What is up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another NASCAR Diecast review. Today's NASCAR Diecast review, obviously, is on Austin Dillon's Bass Pro Shops Chevy Camaro for Richard Childress Racing. And I've been wanting to get this paint scheme because, RCR, they don't even make that many paint schemes on a so it's going to be freaking boring race wins and all that BS. But this is the car that won Texas last year. Not the time where Cryle won it, because don't even get me started on that. And this is with the legendary Dale Earnhardt number that got recycled back in 2014. Anyway, sadly, it's a sticker. What else would Lionel want to do? And here it is. At my local Target, they have the Denny Hamlin car. Out like Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson, I'm looking forward to getting. And yeah, here's a diecast. And for the third time on this video, I'm going to be unboxing it on camera, so you'll hear how it unboxes for those of you who are new. Got the diecast out, but I need to get the freaking sticker. Wish it was a magnet. But anyways, got the sticker out. Here it is. Sticker that shouldn't even exist, but let's focus on the diecast first. So anyways, here's a diecast, and on the front, well, on the hood, you have Bass Pro Shops, and then Tracker Boats. Down the front, you have 3. Then you have Chevy Camaro with this rounded front. Back then, it was just like, shaped. And then on the side, you have, is that a paint chip or is that licensing logo? And that definitely is a paint chip right there. Then you have Tracker Off-Road. You have Dow, American Ethanol. Thankfully, RCR at the Texas race. Wait, can I scrape it off? Okay, it's probably a licensing logo. Not to worry, it's a licensing logo. So, yeah. Thankfully, Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick defeated Cryle, because Cryle had a good long car. He had a long run car, and Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick both had short run cars. The short run cars were like better than the long run cars. And that's how Austin Dillon managed to get his first win of the season and got into the playoffs. Thankfully, Cryle lost to Richard Childress Racing. And Austin Dillon, I think it's related to Richard Childress. And we have Tracker Off-Road. Then you have Lacuma, whatever that is. Down the side, you have American Ethanol. You have Tracker Boats. And what's that logo? Simbacort. Gosh, their commercials never even show much. Wait, what was Simbacort on there? Yeah, Simbacort was on the other side of the car. Then you have American Ethanol, Tracker Off-Road, Dow. I think the Simbacort diecast got canceled, despite prescription sponsors being on diecast. I don't think they what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the only reason why they can't be produced in diecast mode is because, pharmaceutical, it could be potentially dangerous, with the Brian Vickers Zerelto diecast. The Zerelto scheme ran by Brian Vickers. It never ran because Zerelto was busted for having a bleeding event secretly hidden, and lawsuits were filed, and then there were lawsuit commercials coming up. Basically, you've seen lawsuit commercials of Zerelto, if you've been injured by Zerelto, and that's why it never got produced as a diecast form. So, yeah, that's why the Brian Vickers Zerelto paint scheme never got released or raced. And not to mention, Brian Vickers actually did suffer from a bleeding event from Zerelto, if you didn't know. Yes, I know that's a bunch of TED talking, but it's a true story. But thankfully, Zerelto's still around, and they actually put a warning label on there. So now they know not to be doing stupid mistakes again. But back in 2014, they did a stupid mistake. So, talking about legal stuff here. But anyways, you have bassproshops.com. Then you have EasyGo. Really like that. And I'll be right back for a sec. Okay, so the paint scheme I want to compare this to is the Tyler Reddick Bass Pro Shops. So basically, RCR has Bass Pro Shops as their primary sponsors for both Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick. And oh my gosh, yep, that big paint chip was caused by me. So hood is almost the same, just without the Johnny Looks like Johnny Benson. Oh, Johnny Harris, just without the Johnny Harris signature. Basketball Shops does not say Tracker Bose in Basketball Shops. And then on the side, it's a really different paint scheme. Because, yeah. No, wait, this is Daniel Hemrick, not Tyler Reddick. That was a Daniel Hemrick paint scheme because Daniel Hemrick ran this car. So, yeah, Tyler Reddick. Oh, yeah, I have a habit of calling this one Tyler Reddick. But, yeah, and just for fun, my very first NASCAR diecast I want to compare this to is a Tony Stewart Bass Pro Shops. By the way, my uncle on my mom's side of the family, he got me this diecast for my older cousin's 15th birthday back in 2013. This diecast is super old. It like doesn't even roll anymore. Like, it's collected a ton of dust. It's been put in storage bins. It has like a lot of paint chips on it, and yes, you can already tell this one collected a lot, and I mean a lot of dust. Like my very first NASCAR diecast. And yeah, I still love this paint scheme to this day. And this diecast is 8 years old. Yep. And this was a 2013 Tony Stewart diecast. This diecast is 8 years old. Gosh, do I love this. Well, I don't love the paint scheme. I love the diecast because my uncle got me this diecast. And this was like my very first diecast. That diecast is special to me because it was my very first NASCAR diecast. And it is the reason why I get hooked to collecting a ton of NASCAR diecasts. And most of my room is filled with NASCAR diecasts. And I have some put away. Some I gave away last year because I was forced to, sadly. But I regret that. Thank you all for watching. Bye.